What's up? This is Trey T, and in this video, I am going to be talking about immigration. First off, we need to define what an immigrant is. An immigrant is a person who migrates to another country, usually for permanent residence. That's more than likely somebody who left the country they were living for certain circumstances. It may be war, it may be poverty, it may be crime, it may be they running away from somebody who's trying to get them, they're in danger, they're seeking help from somewhere. But those are the main reasons why people leave other countries to go to a different country. They're looking for a better life. So this is also the thing about immigration. When you're trying to get citizenship in another country, it's not that easy. Like, it takes a long time. Like, this is what people need to realize. Immigration, it don't matter who the president is. It don't matter if it's Joe Biden. It don't matter if it's Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, the other Bush, George Bush, whether if it's Ronald Reagan. It don't matter who the president is. You're always going to have people crossing over to the countries illegally. Now, this is the thing. Ideally, yes, all people coming into the country, every country in the world, because you don't want no, and like that don't make sense for no one would want anybody just coming into your house, coming into your country. That's like, you don't know who coming in. So of course every country should have borders, because you're trying to protect who's coming in and coming out. On the other side, I can understand why some people choose to try to come over illegally, not making excuses for them and all, but I can understand why a lot of people would try to come over illegally. It's very time consuming, and it takes money, because one, you got to get a green card. You have to live in the country as a resident with your green card. Have to live in the country for up to 5 years before you can even apply for citizenship. I'm just talking about America. I don't know about any other country. In the United States, you got to live with a green card for 3 to 5 years. Then you have to pay for an application, and those applications can be up to like $700 just to fill out the application. Then you have to take a civics test. It's like 100 questions that you have to study. Then you got to take a civics test. This girl I know, she was the valedictorian. She Hispanic. She was the valedictorian of her class. She also had a sister who I think she was also the valedictorian of her class the next year. But their mom wasn't a U.S. citizen. Like, I remember seeing that she had posted it on Facebook. She was congratulating her mom for finally getting her citizenship. I'm like, hold up. You were valedictorian. Your sister, I think, was valedictorian. And y'all like 19, 20, 21 or whatever. And your mom just barely now getting her citizenship. Because I didn't know that it took that long. I did not know that it took years. I'm thinking it only probably take months. You got to take a test. I didn't know you got to do all that other stuff. I didn't know it took years for someone to become a citizen. So that's why I'm saying I'm not surprised so many people try to come in the country illegally, because of the money and the time that it would take legally. Again, ideally, yes, you want everybody to come legally. I don't think anybody is denying that you want people to come into the country legally. But I'm just saying I understand why some people do choose to come in illegally, because they don't want to wait. Like, they may be in some situations where they can't wait. They just got to try to get in. And again, of course, you should have border security. Everybody should have borders around their countries. But this is my problem. I have a problem. And before I even start with that problem, I'm going to bring this up. I just want to say, Rest in peace to Laken Riley, and rest in peace to Jocelyn. These two young ladies, one was 22, Laken was 22, and Jocelyn was 12 years old. They were killed by men from Venezuela who came into the country illegally. They sexually assaulted these young ladies, and then they killed them. Thoughts and prayers go out to their families, their friends, anyone they know that they knew and loved. Thoughts and prayers go out to them. My deepest condolences. But this is the problem that I have. I don't like people who try to politicize this and try to make it seem like, well, so these were the two men who killed Jocelyn and just had her funeral in Texas, in Houston. I don't like when people try to politicize this to try to make it seem like, well, you got these immigrants coming over here and they're killing American citizens, as if, yeah, that's what they're all coming over here to do. And that's not the case. That's like a drop in the bucket. When you're talking about because you keep hearing people talk about, oh man, you got millions of immigrants coming in. So how come you haven't seen million? If this is the road you're trying to go down, and you're trying to say these people were coming in and bringing crime and killing people, why you don't have millions of Americans dead then? Because you're trying to paint it like the immigrants are coming in and killing Americans in droves, when that's basically like a drop in the bucket. Like that's what I don't like, that you're taking these women, these young ladies' deaths, and you're trying to use it to your advantage to get laws and get people to vote for you and stuff. When, like, I just, like, I don't understand. You talk about immigration. You keep, they keep bringing up. Immigration has always been a problem. Immigration will always be a problem in America. You have borders up, but people still somehow get over those borders. They get help, people sneaking them in, no matter if it's the Canadian border or the southern border. But my problem is, you keep people keep immigration. Yet you have people like Ted Cruz and Ron DeSantis bragging about catching immigrants and not sending them back to their country. Like you're so big on illegal immigration. You catch the immigrants, but you don't send them back to their country. You load them on buses and you send them further into the country to cities like DC and Philadelphia and New York City and Chicago and all these, and California and Los Angeles and stuff. I don't know how that's not human trafficking, but how can you say you're against immigration, illegal immigration, and yet you're helping them? You're putting them in, you're the one that's flooding the cities and stuff with illegal immigrants. But nobody is talking about that. And my other thing is, I don't care about Democrats or Republicans, but the Democrats tried to pass a bill to start helping with the crisis, the supposed crisis at the border and people crossing over illegally. They tried to pass a bill, and Republicans shot it down because they said they wanted to wait till after the election because they feel like Trump is going to get reelected. And again, you can look this up if you think I'm lying, if you think this is fake news. You have people in those meetings who said they don't want to do anything to help the immigration problem while Joe Biden is president, because they don't want to help his approval rating. They don't want to help him get credit for solving the problem at the border. They want to wait till Trump get back in so they can say, yeah, Trump fixed the problem at the border with illegal immigration. And that's crazy.
Earlier I said Ted Cruz.
But you're supposedly against illegal immigration and all
Ted
that.
Cruz,
but those are the ways that you're going about it.
While they were freezing, and he decided to try to go to Cancun, Mexico with his family and enjoy the time off.
enjoy some time off while people in Texas were dying from the freeze. But this is back in this article is 2024, but they talk about 2022. They said Texas spent 148 million so far in the 2 years that since Greg Abbott started busing immigrants. $148 million busing immigrants. He's bust over, and this is 2022. He's bust over 102,000 immigrants. So again, these are the same people who have such a problem with immigration, yet you're helping the immigrants by putting them on buses for. They say it's for free, but it's really the taxpayers that's paying that shit. And you're sending them to D.C., Chicago, New York City, Philadelphia. Why, like, come on, man, really? You think that's helping anything? And then this is the craziest part about the whole immigration thing. The same people who vote, who talk about immigration and try to vote against immigration, a lot of those people own companies. Who do you think the companies hire? Who do you think are giving the immigrants the jobs? The people, the business owners. Who do you think giving them the jobs? The people who voting against immigration are the ones that's giving the immigrants the job. Why should I pay an American worker $25 an hour when I can get this dude from Venezuela to do it for $10 an hour? I can get this dude from Mexico to do it for $10 an hour. I can get this person from Honduras to do it for $9 an hour. All because I don't want to pay natural-born American citizens. But yet they're the ones complaining about immigration, but they're the ones that's giving the job to the immigrants. But nobody's talking about that. And the last thing I want to bring up, I have a hypothetical question for you. If it were a white man who came to the United States from England, got his visa, got a green card, whatever, and it expired. So technically he would be in America illegally because his green card expired. And let's say 3 weeks later, he killed a woman in America. He's an illegal immigrant because his visa expired. An illegal immigrant from a white illegal immigrant from England who is illegally in the United States and killed a woman 3 weeks later. Do you think they would post his face on the news and social media and call him an illegal immigrant? This is what I think. I think they'll post his face on social media and the news, but I don't think they'll call him an illegal immigrant. They'll just say a man killed a woman. They won't call him an illegal immigrant because he's white. But if that had been somebody from Venezuela, Honduras, Nicaragua, Mexico, who was brown skinned or dark, or Haiti or Cuba, like if anybody would have been brown skinned, they would have plastered all over, an illegal immigrant. But I don't think they would do that if it was a white person from like Sweden or Ukraine or Russia or England or France. I don't think they would call that white person an illegal immigrant, even if they really were an illegal immigrant. I don't think they would do that. But let me know in the comment section. Do you think these people are politicizing these young Americans' death by illegal immigrants to further their own political cause? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.